Hey everybody, this show contains crude language and people who really don't know what they're doing. I suggest you go find something else if you're a kid. It's really not good for you. It rots your brain.
Shout out to Young Walnut for letting us use his song Captain with a Dream, LOL. You can check him out on YouTube and SoundCloud.
That's the only way we're going to be able to start, Bryce, just so you know. Because if I don't, it's going to get... I'm not going to start talking. I need you just to hit it and then to start. Have we started?
So welcome everybody.
Right.
This should be a game where I just don't tell you
at
when to
all.
hit it.
We'll talk for an actual whole hour. I'll be like, wow, that was a good session, Bryce. And Bryce will be like, what are you talking about? We've just been chatting, and I'll be really fucking pissed off about it.
Alright, so welcome everybody to Did You Hear About This? It's a podcast where we tell stories. We're not historians, we're not reporters, we get shit wrong, but it's okay. I'm Bryce here with
I'm Derek, unfortunately.
you want to be Bryce this time?
Yeah, I'm Bryce.
Hello, I'm Derek.
Hi, I'm Bryce.
They don't know the difference.
They will not, never.
Cool.
Alright, so what's our... So the first segment is our actual big story, correct?
I got two this time.
Two, okay.
Alright, so let's jump right into it. Shout out to Weird History. It's a YouTube channel for bringing this to my attention.
I think I actually know this YouTube channel. I think I'm subscribed to it, believe it or not.
So Derek, did you hear about this? Did you hear about Operation Acoustic Kitty?
No, but I really want to now.
So, you heard about the thing called the Cold War, right?
Yep, but... Oh, God, I have a story for that, but okay, continue.
So, during the Cold War, the USSR and the United States both were experimenting on anything they can to get information from each other. They had spies.
Gotta
they
get
had
that edge.
Yeah, they had spies. They had like bugs and stuff like that. One of the things that was remember true that was declassified from CIA files. That in hoping to find new ways to make spies, they attempted to make house cats into spies.
Spying house cats.
Yes.
Doesn't make me feel very good that you own a cat right now.
Hey, she's secretive.
Yeah, I know. That's not helping the situation.
And it doesn't help that I talk to her with a Russian accent a lot. I call her Kit.
Hey, Kit. Hello, comrade. Kitty.
And she just nods, and I'm like, alright, I don't want to actually talk to you anymore.
Code -9 Alpha Omega 370Z2. That triggered somebody just now. They're on their way to Washington, D.C. to go and kill the president. Please don't take that one out of context. Of all things, that's not going to end well.
Yeah, if at any point you want to like, hey, can you get that out? Just tell me.
Nah, I don't do shit like that.
I'm gonna cut out this part right here.
That's
me
fine.
Explaining it, and then whatever.
Okay. So continue about this atomic cat thing.
So they spent $10 million.
Insert your little pinky for that.
Attempting to turn cats into spies. They called it Operation Acoustic Kitty because they took a cat and they implanted wires into the cat to...
Like in its bones? Or like its skin?
Like its skin.
Okay.
Pretty much turning into like a cyborg because it's... And they put a radio transmitter in the base of its skull.
That'll be the new DC comic, Cyborg Kitty. It's Cyborg but as a cat.
I mean, we're trying in real life, so might as well.
True.
So they had a radio transmitter in the base of its skull. They had a microphone like in its ears, and the radio trans antenna went all the way through its tail. It's because it held its tail up. It's the best.
It's a reception, yes.
Yeah. So they did a lot of tests on this and put a lot of like in-house testing. But they decided, all right, we got to have like a
field test.
Like a field test. So
this has got to be the most fucked up looking cat. It can't look nice.
Yeah.
It's like when you put like metal rods in people's arms, you can see it still. Well, maybe not nowadays, but imagine back in the Cold War wasn't the best looking thing. You know how bulky technology was back then?
Oh, 100%.
That cat went from that cat probably went from maybe like 5 pounds to 25 pounds real fast.
Oh yeah, because it's like you said, it's a Cold War, so everything is not small yet.
No, not at all.
It's still where the computers are the size of a room.
Some of them were the size of the whole room.
Exactly.
Literally, like the Brave Little Toaster. Remember, they would go in the server room and it's like all these big ass computers and they all fucking old and they sing about it. All right, anyways.
All I can think about from that movie is the AC unit killing itself.
And the vacuum cleaner didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, well.
Yeah, he was a jerk anyways. Like, you don't say that about people that die. Maybe a few people, but not mostly everyone. All right, so
the first
field
live test, they took the cat to a nearby park, and they attempt to listen to a conversation between two people in the park. They weren't spies, just people.
Because you got to test it on the public.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, these people don't know about it. See if they actually see it. So they pulled up in the van. They took the cat, put it out, and they drove away and started listening. The cat walked directly into traffic and got hit by a car.
Oh, God. Well, that's not where I thought the story was going to go.
It immediately got hit by a taxi.
Did the government get to hear that cat as the wheels went skirt?
Oh, yeah, they
shit
did.
Out of it? Okay.
They watched and heard in high definition as this cat died.
High definition of the Cold War.
Can you imagine? Like sitting in this van, like, all right, let's hear what this cat hears. Skirt.
I imagine they probably did the exact same face you do when we're planning this out, and I scream into the microphone to make sure it's working.
Yeah, it's more like just horror and shock. Because remember, it's $10 million just got hit by a taxi.
$10 million.
This is Cold War money.
So yeah, think of inflation at that point.
It's not too much.
It's enough.
It's enough, yeah.
$10 million, even in Cold War money, is still $10 million. Even if it's $9 million, whatever, it's a lot of money to waste. Why a cat? Why not a bird? I guess maybe because it'd be too heavy to fly away.
That's the thing. Like nowadays, they just declassified some more stuff from like more recent, and they found they were taking hummingbird cadavers, or they're already dead.
No, okay.
And they put drones in them,
so they could fly.
Yeah, and still use it.
But no, okay. The way I imagine this is it's the cadaver of the bird, but it's just like a little helicopter propeller on top of its head, like sticking out. So the wings aren't moving. It's as it flies away around, so it doesn't even look legitimate.
So what they have to do is put one of those hats with like propellers on the top.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks cool. It's a bird wearing a hat.
It's not a fake bird just wearing a hat.
It's legit.
Also, pay no attention to the cameras in its eyes.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even. It doesn't even look like bird eyes. And when it zooms in, the cameras come out of the bird.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Have you seen the video of the person who took their dead cat and they put it in a drone?
No. I don't think I want to either.
Okay, I won't pull it up.
Do not. I like animals.
They just like stretched it. They didn't stretch it, but like he put its arms and legs out into like the four parts of it. So its mouth is just open. And it just flew it into the drone inside and was flying it around.
That's the scariest thing I've heard so far.
What is scarier? If you on second floor, the window's open, and you see a cat come flying down, or you see a bird that's clearly a drone.
I want the bird because the bird's not as big as the cat, so I think I could get it. Where if the cat's coming, I'd probably have nightmares, and then it would slowly ram itself into me, and I'd probably freak the fuck out.
Pet me.
Exactly.
So
I can't do cat noises.
So after this was declassified, about 10 years later, a high-ranking CIA person at the time.
You over there with your stutter? You good?
I'm doing my best.
Okay.
They released a book where he talks about this operation, and he says in it that this wasn't true, and that the test failed. It just like went off looking for food,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't actually get hit by a taxi. And it lived. They took the wires out of it, and it lived a long and happy life. Which I
went
think,
to the farm.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like the most bullshit answer. Like, trust me, we didn't kill the cat.
We didn't kill this cat. It went to the farm with all the other experiment cats.
Exactly. The problem with it for me, it came out 10 years later.
Yeah, so it's hard to
not
argue
when it first
it.
happened.
Say that again?
Not when it first happened. It was
Yeah,
like
exactly.
10 years
it
later.
took time.
Yeah, and he's like, I put in this book just like, all right, we didn't hurt the cat. Yeah, we did surgery on it.
Yeah, but even if the cat didn't die, you still got a cat, put it on the table, held it down, and put circuits and shit inside of it. Nobody likes anything being inserted inside of it, mostly. So it's really not a good idea. It doesn't sound nice. People love animals. You know how many people buy sweaters for their cats right now?
So my sister has this just small, he's cute, but he has like really messed up eyes dog.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what breed it is. I think this last year or the year before, she got a Santa costume for him. And
Okay, I don't know why this made me laugh. Okay, continue.
She posted the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a zoom dump of his face, and I said, "Kill me."
That's really dark.
Because he looks like just like, I don't know what to do.
Well, even though humans like putting animals in stuff, they don't like being in stuff. I don't think I've ever seen an animal happy that it was in anything.
Yeah,
we just do it because we treat them like babies.
Yeah, the first time I put the cat I have now in a collar, she freaked out, and then over like 10 minutes she like calmed down, and she's accepted it now. But like the bell on it really threw her off. She'd move and she's just making noise.
Cats. Sorry, I imagine, like in Terminator, when like in the box art cover, how it has like half of it's Arnold's face and half of it's like the Terminator face.
Yeah.
I imagine that, but it's a cat. And like even a bionic ear on the top. That's what I'm thinking, and like the red eye.
So
that's what I'm imagining.
What I want to do is take clips from the Terminator and just put a cat's face on it.
They did that once, not with Terminator. They did that once as a April Fool's joke on Adult Swim, where they put cat heads on everything.
Yeah.
And every time somebody talked, it was like meow, meow, and that was the whole joke for 8 hours. Well, Adult Swim's like 6 hours. For like 6 hours, it was just cat noises.
I feel like they're one of the few things that can get away with that.
Yeah. Well, Okay, I know we're getting off subject. I'll get back to it in a second. I love TV channels when they do April Fool jokes. Like, it's maybe not the whole day, but when it's like midnight. Like, as soon as it hits midnight, like the next 4 hours is like April Fool shit.
Yeah.
And Adult Swim does amazing with that. And I want to say Nickelodeon did something like that before, where they showed like mayonnaise for an hour. Like, it was just like a jar of mayonnaise. Yeah. It was really weird.
I'm not sure if it was an April Fool's thing. Mm-hmm. I know Eric Andre had.
Oh God, Eric Andre.
He did an entire episode where
with the cheese guy, right?
No, the Bird Up episode.
Oh yes, okay, it was Bird Up.
Because he had a sketch that nobody liked called Bird Up before that. So he's like, you know what? How about we just make this the entire episode?
Bird Up.
So they had like an episode, but they put that over top of it the entire time.
It's a weird guy with a weird show, but it's a good show.
I saw a thing with him recently, like a new one, a new thing, and he had a shaved head, and I'm like, I didn't recognize him at first.
That's gonna get hard to get used to, man.
Like, his face is still the same.
Yeah, I know, but hair. As soon as you do anything new with your hair, you look immediately different. At least to me, you do.
Especially because he had like bigger hair too.
Yeah, he had wild hair.
Yeah.
So Bionic Cats and Eric Andre and Bionic Commando Cats.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to name this episode.
It's gonna be Bionic Commando Cats.
So, do you want to do the other big one, or do you want to do the Florida Man?
Well, I always imagine, at least last time we did that one, then we did Florida, and then we ended with like a small segment. So let's do Florida. We'll do like a little rapid fire thing, and then keep going.
How about I do some Florida Man, do the other big one, and then end it with more Florida Man?
So it's like a poem.
Yeah.
It has an ABAB structure.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I'm really proud of you.
I'm not that bright. I know how to make poems though, but I don't know how to rhyme.
That's, you know what?
You don't
You're
have to
good,
rhyme
man.
to make poems. I learned that in school, and I was like, oh, I don't have to do any work then.
Yeah.
I just cracked my knuckle. I'm sorry.
You're good. I can hear it.
Oh, good. Well, now they can hear it.
Now they know about it.
Eh.
I'm gonna add it in. Oh, come on. There's people out there who don't like that.
Yeah, I know.
Just forced to listen to that now.
Sorry, people. Okay, because you have about 8 of them, you said, right? For Florida Man, so we'll do 4, then mini story, then 4.
I'm gonna go on a little tangent off the poem thing.
Okay, sure.
So,
are you a big poem person? Do you like poems?
Let me tell the damn story.
Okay.
In high school, my English teacher, not high school, it was still in
Middle?
It's middle school, I think. She forced us to enter a poem competition where we had to write our own poems and submit it to this competition. So it could be, if it won, it could be put in a book. It was a compilation of poems. So clearly, I'm like, I could just write a haiku. It's the easiest fucking one.
You don't have to do anything for those.
Exactly. I wrote like this bullshit one with no meaning. I'm like, it's a forest and it shows me like dreams or whatever. And I submitted it and it won.
Ah!
Well, like, don't get me wrong. There was a ton of poems in this book.
Mm-hmm.
So like almost everybody that put, because our entire class put one in. Almost all of us were selected.
Do you know what the book is called?
What?
The book.
Oh, you were generally asking me out there making a joke.
Oh, no. I want to know what the book's called. Can I buy
like,
it? Can I buy it and have you autograph it?
I don't remember what year it was.
Oh, okay.
I know they made it like 5 years in a row, and I'm in one of those.
I'm going to hunt down this book. When we get done this, we are going and finding this book.
So I did that, and I got selected. So in this book is a short haiku by me that I looked it up. It's like on a page by itself. I'm like, why?
You're
it's
the
not good.
centerfold. You're a centerfold, Bryce, for poems.
I think they put like artwork with it, and just put like a picture of like a forest. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why?
So why do you do this stupid show with me? You could be a poet. People, I think, still make money off of poems. I think.
I mean,
do they still make poems? Is that still a thing?
I mean, in life, yes, people make poems still.
Yeah, I know, but is it a legitimate business?
I think they do. Well, music is poetry.
All right, let's go to Florida. Music is poetry.
All right, so let's do the first 4. Florida man carjacker tried to take elderly man's car, couldn't drive stick.
I've actually seen a post online where it's because I have a whole bunch of old people, because I'm more of an old soul, so I have a bunch of old guys from church and stuff on my stuff.
Old man.
I'm an old man in a young person body. You're older than me, you asshole.
No, I'm not.
Are you not?
No.
I thought you were 25. Anyways,
I'm 23.
Never mind. But these are older legitimate people. These are gray-haired old people. And one of them is a meme they keep posting because they think it's hilarious.
I love old people memes.
It's a picture of a Jeep with a tire on the back, and it's like, this is my theft-proof thing, and it's a stick shift. Because not a lot of young people know how to drive a stick shift, but they keep posting it. I've seen it at least 3-4 times now, and I'm like, I get it. You all drive stick. It's not that impressive.
To make it an official boomer meme, had you seen it yet as a minion?
No, not yet.
I feel it's only a matter of time. There's probably one out there.
It's a minion driving a Jeep with a stick shift.
Minion.
Stick shift jokes.
Stick shift meme. I spelled meme wrong. Wow.
How the hell did you spell meme wrong?
I typed really fast.
Did you spell it mama instead of meme? Oh.
Me.
It's a meme. It's a meme.
Dude, these are... I regret it immediately.
I'm glad I can't see it. Don't turn that computer. I don't want to see it.
I looked at Google Images, and it's just single minions surrounded by text.
Oh, God. Is it small text or big text?
It's readable, and it varies. And it's just all boomer memes.
I lost my faith in minion memes when I saw that they turned Deadpool into a minion, and I'm like, I've had it. I'm leaving. I don't want to be on Earth.
Okay, I'm gonna read some of these Minion memes to you.
Okay, so we're completely going off of Florida Man for a second because we have to talk about Minions. It's Minion time.
Yes, we do. Okay, you ready?
No, but sure.
I hate it when people are at your house and ask, "Do you have a bathroom?" No, we pee in the yard.
Ba-dum-bum-ch.
This is like everything about these is things that like your grandma would post.
these are really easy ones.
Sometimes I just wish I had wisdom of a 9-year-old and the body of a 20-year-old and the energy of a 3-year-old.
That one's not even funny. I get it. It does not make me laugh though.
But these are ones that they would share and put like the crying emoji, like the crying laugh emoji.
Old people memes.
Oh my god, these are all Minions. I can't show you. Like
I know you can't because I'm not gonna look at it.
I'm not even gonna mention that.
I will leave. I'm going on strike if you.
I'm gonna cut this out. There was a penis with a minion drawn on it.
Can we not cut that out, please? I'm gonna act like we didn't.
Okay.
It's not the weirdest thing I saw about a meme.
I'm gonna leave it. Minion. I'm gonna leave in me saying ass, so I'm gonna cut it out. Okay, it's on to the next one.
All right, next Florida Man.
Florida man wearing nothing but a bra burglarized several vehicles.
How'd he get in the vehicles? Did he just break it with his hands?
It's
like when people.
I don't know. He had his tool out, so
no. You know how like when people take their shirts off and roll it up in a fist, they break windows.
Yeah,
he did that with the bra, but it didn't roll up as well.
I feel like he did that, but with everything but the bra. So he just left with the bra.
He left with just one bra. This is recent, right? From what you're telling me. This is.
I found this one today.
That makes me scared. I hate when you pull stories up because I always go, I live in this state when shit like this happens. Yeah. And I'm always like, I don't live in the good part of the state either. So it's like something bad's gonna happen eventually.
I don't know, man. We're pretty good here. I mean, I've yet to be stabbed.
And then eventually somebody just breaks through this window that's behind me.
And he's just wearing a bra.
Yeah, but it's him in the cyborg cat.
And he has a minion painted on his dick.
You know how? Okay, I think it's a joke. I think I heard it in Family Guy where they wanted to get. I think Quagmire wanted to get a tattoo on his penis. Yeah. And he wanted it to be a banana. Yeah. So just imagine that, but it's a minion on top of like a minion holding it, but it's a banana.
I thought you were just gonna leave it at the minion holding it.
It could work that way too, because it's technically an innuendo there.
I thought it would be accurate if they did it like a minion, but instead of having the one eye, it still had the two, but they were too dumb to think of just having the one eye.
So they got done right at the end. Like, there's one-eyed minions. Fuck. That would have been so good.
It's too late now.
It's too late now. I always feel bad when I see videos of stuff like that where they have like such and such person gets the police called them and they're running around naked. Yeah. Because I always feel bad for the police officer. Like, they gotta grab them, actually. Yeah. And it's like, that police officer's like, I ain't getting paid enough for this shit. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, looks like he's getting away. They'd be like, what happened? I'm like, he's too evasive. He ran down the street. You didn't chase him? Nah, he's fast.
He's slippery.
Yeah, he's very he's greased up deaf guy.
Okay.
That's another one off the list.
Florida woman accused over assault over pizza slice.
Not even the whole pizza.
Just the one.
Just one slice. It was obviously the bigger slice. Yeah. You know how when people cut pizza but they fuck it up and they have like those 13 skinny slices on the side and it's like one fucking big one. Yeah. It was that slice. So it was worth it. That's what I'm saying. I'd fight over a pizza slice. I fought over a pizza slice. I think I did that in school once, actually. You know how they always have pizza on Fridays? Yeah. And I think they only had like 2 left. And one was like a perfectly preserved box. And the other one was like, this has been sitting here for a while. Yeah. I did not want that one. I'm pretty sure I've fought over a pizza slice before in my life.
I wouldn't put it past myself of me fighting over a pizza slice.
Over pizza.
I've once cried because I dropped a pizza on the floor.
like a drunk girl, like a drunk white girl. Yeah. It's like, no, that was mine. We could buy you another pizza slice. No, it's mine.
So it was one of those that there was personal pizzas that you're supposed to cook in the oven. But I'm like, I could totally cook this in the microwave. So I put it. It fit perfectly on the plate, like perfect size. So I'm like, sweet, and I put it in there, cooked it until it was done.
It fell through.
I picked it out. And I like moved weird, and I hit the door, and I dropped it, and it went cheese first down. I just looked at it, I just started crying.
All right, similar story to Bryce, except I didn't cry at the end. I hurt myself. I gave myself burns. Same scenario. I dropped it. I tried to catch it. It just came out. I caught it. All the cheese and sauce landed in my hand. The dough fell off, so I'm just holding melting hot cheese. And my dad will tell you this story is true because he was in the kitchen. He was confused on why I didn't use the sink that was 3 inches to my right. I just stood there. You ever see the bench warmers?
Yeah.
Remember them when they had the hot potato and the guy just held it?
Yeah.
I did that, and I was like, ah! Screaming back and forth with it. And I want to say there was water in the sink, and I just put my hand in that. So I put my hand in dirty, like, soap water.
Well, in your defense, when you're in a situation, you're not like, oh, the reasonable solution here is to get this out of my hand. No, it's burn. Water help burn.
Those caveman brains we have.
Oh, yeah. I think we have one more.
We have one more Florida, and then we're going to our mini story.
Yeah.
How do I know the schedule, and this is your idea?
We went over it ahead of time.
That's true.
And we're
Okay.
on the same page.
That's true.
Florida man pretended to book business meeting, smoked meth, and trashed hotel's room instead. Hotel rooms instead.
So he booked a business meeting.
Yes.
Instead of holding the business meeting, he did meth.
Did meth and trashed the hotel
Trashed the
rooms.
whole room.
So it sounds like he had a meeting.
Like in the meeting room?
Like he booked multiple rooms for like people were supposed to fly in for a business meeting, but he instead just
maybe they were
did meth.
Wait, no. Maybe he actually did book a business meeting. He had all the rooms, and then everybody called like, we can't make it. I'm sorry. And he's like, well, I already wasted all this money. He's like, I'm sorry. So he got really depressed, and he just went to the hotel by himself. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna be happy and do some meth. And then he just did some meth, and then he just and then the meth takes over his mind.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know what? Fuck these people who didn't come to my meeting, and he just destroys the room that they were supposed to be in.
Jonathan, this is your room.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Jonathan.
Take this painting and just throw it in the trash.
Dave from accounting, get the fuck out of here. Throwing shit out the window over the side.
It's like he had an important meth business.
Business. That's it. That's what he sells. That's the business.
But he was so high on it, he thought he had a business.
He thought he had the whole business.
Like, I swear it's a business meeting. I have all his important drafts that are coming over.
I wonder if he actually wore a suit when he showed up. Like if you're gonna try and pull it off, you gotta look legitimate.
He
walked up in the hotel with like a briefcase full of meth, but they don't know meth's in there.
Yeah.
They just know it's a briefcase.
And he walks in like super stiff, like, I'm here to business.
Yeah, very important business.
Ah, yes. It's like the scene from what is it? I think it was from the Star Wars Family Guy
when
thing.
they break out the
business. Yes, it's business.
Dark Lord business. They have like fucking staplers and shit, and they're trying to make stuff look good.
Ah, yes, business. Yes, business. Oh,
Stewie dressed as Darth Vader is walking by.
It's also a reference to the Lego Movie.
I've never seen the Lego Movie.
Well, there's a scene where it's like, we're going to distract Mr. Business, and the unicorn goes in there and it's like, business, working. Is this working?
I imagine it's a lot funnier in the movie.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm clearly not a pink unicorn with drawn-on glasses.
Oh, okay. I think it's weird when people come and tell me like, have such scene in this movie, and I'm like, I haven't seen that movie, and they look at me like, you haven't? I'm like, no, I just haven't gotten around to it.
I really hate that gatekeeping of like, you haven't seen Star Wars.
I haven't seen Star Wars.
Neither have I. So it's like,
I've seen the Family Guy Star Wars. And you know Davey. You've met Davey.
Yeah.
Davey gets pissed when I say that. Because I'll be like, yeah, and that's the part where Peter Griffin comes in, right? And he'll just look at me so angrily.
Yeah,
It's like, I love Brian Griffin as Chewbacca. It's amazing.
I still haven't seen like any of the Star Wars movies.
No,
not the new ones, not like any of that.
I want to say the only thing of Star Wars, like the movies that I've seen, is they played Episode 1, not the first one, but because it goes 4, 5, and 6, then 1, 2, 3, if I'm correct. So I saw 1, and that's the one with Jar Jar Binks in it.
Yeah.
And since I'm a kid, I'm like, this guy's funny. Later learned that nobody likes him.
So correction, I have seen the Star Wars movie. I used to own
Liar.
Episode 2 on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I've ever watched. Is Attack of the Clones.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched that. I'm like, this is a weird standalone movie.
I don't know any of the information. Why are they acting like these characters are so familiar all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's like super like political in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And the second half is just like, oh, they're now captured.
You know what the weird thing is I haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies.
Mm-hmm.
None of the original trilogy, the new trilogy, or the current ones that are coming out right now from Disney. But I own them. My grandfather bought them. He's like, we can sit down and watch these. And I'm like, yeah, we can. Never sat down and watched them ever. Same thing with the third Mummy movie. He bought that. And I'm like, yeah, we can sit down and watch that. Never fucking watch. He just buys movies, and I'm like, all right, that works. And we've never sat down to watch them ever.
I'm trying to... So you just have all these movies in
they're
your
sitting
house?
they're sitting on a shelf. They're like some weird collector's box version where it's like the first trilogy and second trilogy, which I know Star Wars people complain about changes in them, but I don't understand what that is. So I don't know what version they are. They could be really old DVD versions for all I know. But yeah, they just sit there. I don't know what they are. If we can do a tangent on DVDs, I know we're really moving away from Florida Man.
We're super far gone anyways.
All right.
Continue.
I found out that they stopped printing a DVD that I own, and people on eBay are trying to sell it for like $399.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, do I really like this movie? It's like, I could sell it. If people are buying it for that much, I could sell it. All right, so let's go to the next Florida Man story.
We're actually going to go over to the other one.
Oh, yeah. That was the fourth one.
Yeah.
All right.
So, did you hear about this?
No.
Shout out to Simple History, the YouTube channel, for bringing this to my attention. In 1698, we're going far back.
Jesus.
This is some good stories, though.
1698?
1698.
Okay.
How old were you then?
Negative 100 and something.
A lot older than that, man.
Yeah, a lot. A negative 1,000 something.
You're negative 1.
The math doesn't matter, Bryce. Let's move on to the story.
No, it's negative like 2 something because it's 6. Anyways, the Peter the First of Russia is keeping the Russia theme for this episode.
Oh yeah, Cold Wars.
Cold War. We have Peter the First of Russia.
All we need is some Putin jokes now. We can wrap this up.
Peter the First of Russia instituted a beard tax to bring Russia more in line with the Western European models. Mm-hmm. So to enforce it, he had the Red Police forcibly and publicly shave those who didn't pay the tax.
So you had to pay to have a beard.
You had to pay to have a beard. And they gave you this beard token that was copper, silver, and it had an eagle on one side, and on the other side was a nose, a mustache,
and a beard.
And a beard. And you had to pay a tax
to get the coin.
Keep his beard.
That's really weird. And we wouldn't survive there. I don't look right without my beard.
So, not just beards. If you think there should be a tax nowadays
on beards,
on anything, what do you think the tax should be on?
What do I think the tax should be on?
It's something like normal for normal people, but there should be a tax on it.
People that wear fedoras.
It's very specific market.
Yeah, because I don't like fedoras. You should only be wearing fedoras if you have a red and green sweater on. So that's the only reason why I should have a fedora on.
So, are you taxing people who own fedoras, or if they wear one, you have to pay a tax?
You have to pay a tax every time you put it on. Even if you're trying it on in the store, like, I might look good in this, you have to pay to try it on.
With the coin?
Yes, with the coin. As soon as it touches your head, if a police officer sees you, you have to give them the coin and go get another coin.
So you have to pay these tokens?
You have to keep paying tokens. And they're not easy to get. You can't go to the bank and go get a coin. You have to specifically go to Washington D.C. So if you're in California, you lose your token. You have to fly all the way to D.C. to get another token and then go back.
What would the token look like?
Obviously, one side has to be a fedora.
Yeah.
And then the other side has to be.
Is it that picture of like the fedora meme, like the guy?
Dude, you know that guy's actually you're talking about the bigger gentleman.
Yeah.
You know the guy who he played, right?
No.
If I'm correct, he played Pugsley in the Addams Family movie.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard that once. I want to say if we even do shout outs here, Fact Fiend, Carl Smallwood. I'm pretty sure he said that he played Pugsley inside. I want to say it's Addams Family Reunion that he played Pugsley in.
Talking about Addams Family, there's a new movie coming out.
I hate that.
You hate it?
I don't like the art style. It might be a good movie. The characters just look weird.
Yeah, the animation's kind of weird. It's in the same style as
the
Hotel
comics.
Transylvania.
Yeah, it's by the same people, isn't it?
I think so.
That's Sony.
I believe so. I don't know for sure. But the comedy in it seems like spot on.
I haven't seen any trailers for it. I've just seen the art layout for it.
They're playing, like, an example of a joke. They're playing Battleship, but it's within the house, and he starts off explosions, and when the explosions bring Uncle Fester in a bathtub down to the living room. he's like, "Oh, you sunk my battleship."
I'll have to watch it later. I imagine it'll be a good movie. I just think the art style is really weird looking because it's more, at least from what I was told, I've heard it's more like the because Addams Family was originally a comic strip, and then it became the TV show, then the cartoon, then the movies.
Yeah.
So I think from what I've heard, it's supposed to be more like the comic strip look.
Yeah, it looks.
Which I've never seen the comic strips either. So
especially Wednesday.
Style. I think that's the thing. She has if I'm remembering, she has a really big forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that's freaking me out.
They also make a joke.
And Gomez looks weird.
They make a reference to it.
Really?
Because she has a red balloon, and he's like, "There's usually a psychopathic clown on the end of these."
That actually, the last trailer for that came out for it. If I say you're not gonna go see it, I know you're not, but I'm gonna go see it.
I mean, it seems like it's really well made movies.
Have you seen the first one?
The original?
No, the first Chapter 1 that came out.
No.
We can sit down and watch that then. I'll cut all the lights off and we can watch that.
We could do other things. Like, alright, go back to the main topic.
Okay, so I was talking about fedoras being fine.
If I had a tax, I would put it on vaping.
Really? I guess.
Because it just bothers me. There's so much smoke.
Can it cost extra if you're smug while doing it? You know those people who think it's cool, like it's less harmful than smoking. It's not really.
It's less harmful. It's less harmful to the environment,
but not for the human that's doing it.
It's still putting smoke in your lungs.
But yeah, there's actually a joke about that. I want to say in Family Guy where they like, you can't look like an asshole while vaping. See, look, they take a picture of Chris while doing it. He's like, while doing it.
So on the coin, I would have it be like the American. Make sure it's American on the back. It's just
God
a
we
vape cloud.
Trust.
It's like a cloud.
And the other side can be somebody coughing as it goes by. All right. So fedoras and vaping. So we're challenging hipsters, everyone. If you're wearing a fedora or vaping, you are no longer welcome.
You deserve to be taxed.
You're taxed.
But
not against beards. Beards are amazing.
Would me talking about the legalization of marijuana be like political?
Kinda. I'm for it though.
Me too.
And you're the guy wearing a "I Survived the Irma" t-shirt right now.
So context. He's describing the shirt that I own as I made a joke once because we were both here through Hurricane Irma.
Yeah.
And I made a joke afterwards that I wanted a T-shirt that said "I survived Irma," and all I got was this T-shirt and a ton of property damage.
And he got that.
So my aunt sent me it. She didn't tell me she made it. I just found it in the mail one day. Mm-hmm. So now it's my new favorite shirt. It's a wall of text on my chest.
I got off work for that, actually.
Yeah, we've all did.
No, I mean, like, but I didn't even have to come in. Some of y'all actually had to come in for the day. I got off that whole day.
I got off those days, too.
Like, all of them?
Yeah, I got paid for it, too.
Like, the morning guys had to come in. We work nights.
Shocker.
Yeah, I know. Who would have thought weirdos on the internet work nights? So, that's went completely away from taxation on beards.
Well...
You know, the weird part is Russians are, at least from what I know, aren't Russians known for having beards?
Yeah, but
that's like a thing. They're like manly men, and they wear beards.
Yeah, but Peter the First wanted to be more like Western civilization because they didn't have beards in the West, and like Europe and stuff.
Do Europeans not grow beards? I don't know enough.
No,
about
it
Europe.
was the style not to have beards.
Oh,
they'd shave every day.
That's so weird.
So he wanted to be Russia to be more like them in the 1690s.
That seems like a ploy. That seems like a trick of some sort.
Well, either way,
we're just like you.
Well,
beard.
Either way, the tax was lifted in 1772. So
that's a long ass time.
Yeah, it was.
Shit.
I think his daughter reinstated it after his death.
She wants to grow her own beard.
She reinstated the tax, so it was
so it kept going.
It kept going. That's why it lasted that long. Because she was like, "No, we're gonna keep it."
I don't like my men hairy.
Because we're
make that a sound clip.
I think it was more along the lines of, "I'm making so much money off of this."
Yeah, but I say, yeah, because it's hard to. Well, it's not hard, but it's a real annoying thing. Like if you're having like a bad day, you wake up not at the right time. You're like, I'm just gonna go, and then you walk outside. Because I imagine it was any type of hair, so you had to like shave every day.
Yeah.
Cause I imagine, could they make it like a amounts, like only 1/4 of a coin if you only have like stubble, and then like if you have like those big long ones, like the ones that like the Amish have, then it'd be a full coin.
And that's if you wanted to keep that. If they found you with facial hair,
then you were in trouble.
They would shave you in public. I
imagine that would be painful. Because I imagine they aren't bringing out the cream for that.
Yeah, welcome to Russia,
Welcome
bitch.
to Russia. What about for... I wonder what it was for foreigners. Like, if somebody just visited Russia. I guess that rule probably wouldn't apply.
Yeah, because I feel like most people who... Well, unless you're coming from, like, south of Russia... Mm-hmm. People who were visiting Russia were from the West.
Yeah. So they were already shaven.
Yeah. And they were starting to fit the style, and they just went there like, oh, everyone looks like me.
Now comes the question, though. The guy who made the rule, did he have a beard?
Oh, my God. I should have figured that out.
You should have looked that up, because he better not have a damn beard. I'm going to be really upset if he has a beard.
No, he is baby-faced.
Little baby-faced.
Well, no, in some ways he has a mustache.
Oh, he's getting taxed. Not in that one. That one, if he does, he has a Gomez Adams mustache, just so we can tie it back to the Adams family.
Oh my God, he looks so.
He looks like an asshole.
He looks like the guy I was like, yeah, I can't grow it on my chin, so fuck
yeah,
you.
Exactly.
Oh my God, look at him.
We're gonna get some people from Russia who are like, he was a great man. And you're like, yeah, sure he was.
Well, Peter the First was Peter the Great.
Oh, really? That was his tagline?
Yeah. So, yeah, he was quote-unquote great.
Great.
He was great,
he
guys. He was the best.
Thank you, special guest Alma Fudd. What season is it right now? It's rabbit season. You gotta say rabbit season, you jerk.
I got so lost.
It's Alma Fudd. He only does 3 things. He talks about what season it is. He talks with a funny accent, and he laughs like an idiot.
Like me, yeah. I'm Elmer Fudd.
He laughs like... That's Peter, but okay.
All right, so let's get back to Florida Man to finish this out.
That's okay.
We have 4 Florida Man shows. What?
Subjects.
I didn't know what word to use there.
And I remember you said that the last one...
was a good one.
Is going to need explaining to me.
No, the first one.
Really? You didn't save it for last? Okay, fuck
No,
it.
actually, the third from last one was explaining. The last one was just a good one to end
Okay,
on.
okay.
Florida man's street name is Say No More. Cops found it ironic after he arrested for saying too much. Because he kept like bragging about some of the like he was a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the drug like things he did, like big business things he did.
Big mouth.
Yeah, he was bragging about it. So they traced it back because he kept fucking bragging about it.
Well, I imagine his name was Say No More, because I imagine it was like somebody walk up, can you get such Say No More, and he would just have it. I imagine that was the joke.
Yeah,
but it is funny that you couldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that does make me laugh.
What would
my street name be?
Yeah, what would street name be?
Ooh, I want to be Milky Way.
Milky Way.
I'm named after a candy bar of some sort, and Milky Way sounds nice to me.
Yeah, it's
because it kind of goes in with me. For those who don't know, I'm a mixed variety. I'm a very rare race. I'm not, but I think that makes sense. Milky Way. You can be zero. You be the zero fudge bar nobody fucking likes.
Because I have this nickname from high school. Because there was this guy years ago who his wife was pregnant, and he was like, "We can't think of a name. Let's have the internet name our child."
That sounds very dangerous to do.
Yes, it was, because I followed it heavily, and all like the first names were like Baby McBabyface and stuff like that. I think that's the original. I think McFace. I think that was the first.
Baby McBabyface.
Yeah, I think that was the first iteration was from this, and then there was just like a bunch of random names, and one of the first names options were Street Lamp. So I'm like, all right. I want my name to be Street Lamp.
Your Street Lamp.
So
you are tall.
So I talked to my friends. I visited back home from Ohio. I visited back home recently, and one of them said in their phone, "I'm still saved as Street Lamp."
If I say that's. If you were a bit taller, you're still taller. You're taller than me. But I like Street Lamp for like a tall person, because that's what I think of when I see street lights. It's like, that's a tall ass. It's up.
Yeah. What is your name, Street Light? Because you're tall?
Yeah.
No, it's because I'm tall and bright, asshole.
I'm a very bright gentleman.
My mom says I'm smart. Alright.
Street Lamp and Milky Way.
Dude,
I don't want to be Milky Way no more. I gotta think of something better than that, because you got Street Lamp.
Yeah. You kind of already have a street name.
Yeah.
Because it's Street Lamp.
Send in street names for us to pick from. I want to see what people think our street names are.
By the time... I'm going to leave this in.
All
By
right.
the time these things go up, I'm going to have an email set up so they can send us stories.
Send us shit? Okay.
Send us things.
I don't know what the email is yet, but I'll listen to it.
It's...
Insert title here.
Yeah, I'm going to edit it in.
That's fine. Make it a robot voice.
Okay, I was going to say it myself.
No.
Okay.
You gotta make it funny. Make it a robot voice.
Okay.
Whatever happened to Robot Jones at gmail.com.
I don't...
That's a good show.
I met some related to this, but next Florida man.
Sure, why not?
Florida man drinks half bottle of rum, makes a building a drive-through, speeds away, gets caught, spits on police.
So he drank a thing of rum, and then he made a drive-through.
He made a building into a drive-through.
So he drove through a building, essentially.
Then he drove away. He get caught, and then he's bad on police.
So that doesn't mean like he ran into the building and then backed out and left. That means he ran into the building and then crushed out the other side of said building.
This is the one I did research on. It seems it didn't say if he went through. It just says he ran into a building then drove away.
But if it says if that article says drive through, I'm imagining somebody who went through a building. Like, literally, like they hit the front doors, drove through the lobby, because I imagine this isn't somebody's house. I imagine this has to be like a building, and then drove out the back doors.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I hope so. That would be hilarious.
I love those CCTV videos where they show just, like, cars crashing into places, and then, like people eating, like, breakfast, and the car stops, like, right next to them, and they don't fucking budge. I love those ones.
One of my favorite videos is I think it's a pawn shop, and you see it's very like calm. Then a guy just falls through the ceiling.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
And he's just like, "Hey, Jim."
Yeah. Well, once you fall, you just gotta lay there. There's no way you're getting up immediately. You're hurt after some point.
Okay, so on to the last one. Florida man plays Baby Shark on loop to scare away homeless people.
He can scare away a lot more than homeless people with that song. I'm not going near his house.
When I read this originally, my first thought was to ask you, what, other than this song, what other thing could you play, like music-wise, to keep people away from you?
Who Let the Dogs Out? But just the part in the beginning was, who let the dogs out? Who? Just the chorus. Not the lyrics, just the chorus on repeat. Or the YMCA.
YMCA is pretty good. I think that would attract people at first.
And then it would slowly piss them off.
Yeah.
You wonder why I don't like the YMCA anymore.
I think there's a John Mulaney bit where he plays What's New Pussycat 27 times in a diner. He kept putting money in and kept requesting it. The first couple of times, like, it's What's New Pussycat.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, this story.
And then by like the 10th time, they're just like they're fed with it. I'm like, whatever song you play, if it's just repetitive enough on its own,
it'll start eventually making people go away from you. But it has to be a song that, it's like when you get those 10-hour videos on YouTube, it's got to be a song that when it cuts from the first song to the next one, it seems seamless, like it doesn't start. Like Namcat. It's got to be... Namcat would fucking make me go away.
Oh my god, that would blow my brains out.
That's good for like a good 3 minutes, and then eventually I liked it for about 3 minutes, and then you got to go away from it for a little while. But going back to the thing where you talked about the guy putting the coins in the diner for this What's New Pussycat, or What's Up Pussycat.
Yeah, what's new?
I want to say it wasn't even December. My family went to a diner, and we found out that they had music you could actually play. We ended up playing Christmas music because we didn't know any of the other songs in there. I want to say it was like October.
Nice.
So at least it was close, but it wasn't close enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Thanksgiving yet. So we got to play Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and shit like that. There was like 4 songs because you put it like it was like a deal where it's like it's $1 for one, but if you pick 4, it's only like $1.25 type of deal.
Yeah, it's one of those pay a little bit more and
you get more stuff.
More money out of you.
But yeah, exactly, it's a trick.
So I thought about this a little bit. I kind of want to go with like the easy jokes, like "Baby" by Bieber or "Friday" by Rebecca Black. But I feel like just any repetitive song would do.
Would go. Randy Newman's "You Got a Friend in Me" on repeat. Just so when people get mad and they're like, "Stop playing it," but you're my friend. You got a friend right here.
Why can't we be friends?
Why can't? Oh, yeah.
Or "Africa" by Toto.
I like "Africa" by Toto.
Did you like "Africa" by Toto the 30th time in a row?
Probably. I like "Africa" by Toto.
That brings up another point. What song could you do this to you, but you don't care because it's a good song?
Ooh, that's really tough. Because
It's a really tough one.
That is really hard.
Rebuttal.
I want something by like Johnny Cash. I know it sounds weird, but he sings slow enough that I imagine by the time we got back to the original part of the song, I would have forgotten it by then.
Yeah, just any long song, I think. Freebird.
Oh, Freebird works. Well, hell, if you want long songs, go with like something from Parliament. You don't know who Parliament are, do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. But you know their songs are like 15 minutes long. Oh, yeah. So by the time you've reached the end of it, the beginning of it, you don't know shit anymore. That you can get high to it really easily.
Okay.
That's what people used to do back in the day. They would literally get high and they would play Parliament because it was so long they didn't have to get back up to play it again. That was the joke.
Jimi Hendrix would be a good one too.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting high,
so anything that they played at Woodstock is a good song to play. Anything from the psychedelic age of the 70s,
dude,
in the 60s.
We're bringing you back to the Acoustic Kitty.
Yeah, back to the Cold War. Just so you know, we both did devil signs for some reason, even though it's not rock music.
So I'm calling.
I guess
this
it's
one,
kind of rock music.
I'm gonna call this one "Going Back to the Cold War."
Going back to the Cold War. Cold War II, Electric Boogaloo.
Let's not have a second Cold War.
Why? The first one didn't end very badly.
I'm gonna end it there.